I'm Cameron Sheets with Queerty. Hi, thanks so much for having me. Congratulations on Mid-Century Modern. It's so fun. It's filthy. It's hilarious. It's everything I could want right now. It's such a balm, and it's very needed. So thank you.
Balm, B-A-L-M.
As in
Also
Gilead.
the bomb.
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying.
Let's make that clear.
It's such a...
Cameron.
Yes.
Let me enunciate better. Balm. It's a balm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, as in Gilead.
That's great to hear.
I wanted to start just for a fun question. There's an episode in which Jerry mentions that Donny Osmond made him gay, and Bunny goes on to say that his first tummy tingle was Mr. Clean. So I think with that in mind, I'd love to just hear from each of you. Who was the first tummy tingle?
I can tell you.
Wow.
I was taken to see a film called The Yellow Rolls Royce, which was an international feature with an all-star cast and written by Terence Rattigan, directed by Anthony Asquith.
Of course.
And with these vignettes that all took place around this car. So there's in the middle vignette is George C. Scott, who I eventually worked with. Plays a Chicago gangster, and Shirley MacLaine plays his Maul, and Art Carney is his henchman, and they're traveling in Italy on vacation, and then he's called back to, for a mob hit. And they've met an Italian photographer played by Alain Delon. Who was at his
he just passed away.
At his most beautiful.
And which is probably the peak of all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then there was a scene where they went swimming in a cove, and he was wearing this bathing suit, and he was all wet. Yeah. And I was like, why am I feel so funny in my tummy. What is happening? Am I sick? Am I getting sick? Why do I never want this movie to end? And I so understood Shirley MacLaine's mixed feelings.
Yes.
And so that was the Alain Delon in the yellow Rolls Royce.
I love that you painted such a vivid picture.
Yeah,
Clearly, it struck you.
That's how I became a man.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
I wanted to be Diana Ross and sleep with Billy D. Williams.
Yes.
I mean, really, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that simple.
I knew it. I wanted to wear everything she was wearing. I wanted to twirl like she was twirling. And I wanted to do all the things that she was doing with Billy D. Williams.
Wow.
Yeah. Me, Mahogany.
Yes. And Matt, of course.
Well, these gentlemen know.
Here we go.
My tastes in beer. They know that my all-time romantic ideal is Albert Brooks and broadcast news.
Of course.
But if we're going, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me feel seen. But also who he was and how he supported her. I will say my first tingle, it could be one of two, like where it was like a really noticed and I was conscious of it, was probably Kevin Costner during like the Dances with Wolves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves time. But going back before that, when I was really young, my parents used to sometimes let us stay up and watch Simon & Simon and Magnum P.I. And I was real into that. 2 hours of television. In fact, Simon & Simon were my imaginary friends for a while as a very little kid. So
who were they?
Gerald McRaney is the one I really remember, and I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of the tingle.
Well, what was the other one?
I can't remember
the other
his name.
Simon.
He was like blonde.
He was blonde.
Yeah, but it was really Gerald McRaney.
And then you married a Simon.
And then I married a Simon. So it all came to fruition.
Full circle.
That is beautiful.
A beautiful story.
Oh, that's Delta Burke's husband. Yeah.
Gerald McRaney.
Yeah.
I want to fully shift gears, so forgive me, but we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the late great Linda. She's so beautiful. This whole season is such a fantastic tribute to her throughout, and of course we get to, send her off in the most beautiful way imaginable. I'm just curious what it's been like for you to work with her. What's something each of you learned from her, from getting to be on set with her? I mean, she's such a pro. She's so funny. She can do it all. How did Linda leave her mark on each of you?
I'm just so grateful that I got to witness her brilliance. And she is a genius in this medium, and to watch her do her thing and to lead us all with such a gentle grace and humility. And she was so loving and graceful as a human being, and just left a beautiful mark on all of us. I was a massive fan, obviously, going in, and I'm so grateful that I got to tell her I loved her and to hear that from her. And I hope that we pay tribute to her in a beautiful way, and she will always be a spiritual component to this show.
Yeah, absolutely. Had you met her before, Nathan?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we knew each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't close friends, but we knew each other from the theater, and I was a big fan of hers, obviously, and we would always say, I hope one day we get to work together. So this, when it finally happened, it was very meaningful,
Yeah.
and I think we all got very close very quickly. I mean, she was just such a loving, kind soul, and I think she was also in a great place in her life. She was at 87 working consistently, and I think this was a very special experience, and it certainly, she made it that for all of us too.
And Nathan, any special memories with her?
Well, just a joy, right? Lifelong fan of hers. She was and is incredible in every way. She helped me with with listening. Listening to your fellow actor, listening to your fellow human being, spending time with her offset too. She's just such a wonderful, wonderful person. And she was abroad in the best sense, right?
Yeah.
Really just an incredible, incredible human being that we've had the privilege and the honor of working with.
Yeah, she's phenomenal in this. You all are. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this series. Thank you for the time today. It was
Thank
really
you.
lovely chatting with you.
You
Thank
too.
you.
you.